y'all, this is Leslie. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I am feeling so good today. I'm feeling so good right now, and I want to tell you why. I just want to give you my quick little spiel on. I say quick, but who knows? Okay, so today I'm just leaving my children's school. My middle child just had her kindergarten graduation. It's not like a full-on graduation, but it's just like a bridge crossing ceremony. So they literally have them sing a song, and then they have each child walk across this bridge, and they give them their, certificate of completion, and we do the whole pictures and, stuff like that. So anyhow, so that was today, right? It's almost exactly almost exactly 1 year ago when my son had his same ceremony, bridge crossing ceremony, going from kindergarten to first grade. And that was the day that I confronted my now ex-husband about his infidelity with the woman that he is now engaged to, okay? When I tell you, there is such a stark contrast between these two occasions. There is such a different demeanor about your girl. Listen. Oh! When I tell y'all, and I'm not even trying to put on, when I tell y'all I feel so good, when I look back a year ago, listen, you do not have to be in the same place that you were last year, this same time last year, that you are now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Last year, after the graduation, because I needed to look him in his eyes, right? Oh, shifty-eyed self. I needed to look him in his eyes and say this. I didn't want to say this by text. I didn't want to call. I wanted to stand toe-to-toe with this man and ask him, what is the nature of your relationship with this woman, okay? And so I'm standing in front of him after the graduation, and I'm like, what's the nature of your relationship with such and such? I'm going to just leave her as such and such. Okay, And he was like, oh, we've been hanging out. We hung out a few times, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm not one who really asks people questions that I don't already know the answer to. But I like to see if you're going to lie in my face, okay? And so he did. He looking everywhere but my eyes as he's telling me that they've hung out a few times. And so I keep questioning, and he's telling me, because mind you, we are not divorced at this point. We are separated and have been separated for a few months. And I'm still holding out to hope that, everything's going to turn around, a couple months apart or whatever. But I'm seeing, as I'm hoping and praying, I'm already hearing from God that he out here doing what he's doing, okay? And had been doing what he was doing before he ever left the house. Let's just get that straight. So anyway, I asked him, well, what's the nature of the relationship? He hems and haws, he lies. He says that they've hung out a few times, solo and with other people, blah, blah, blah. He tells me he doesn't know where the relationship is going. I now know after that the relationship had already been going. There was already an established relationship. He was simply lying to me. And I said, that's adultery, right? You're still married. And he says, well, I'm giving you divorce papers, and I'm gonna be happy. I deserve to be happy. Okay? So fast forward, we get divorced Valentine's Day of this year. Fast forward a little bit, and he proposes to her on April Fool's Day. So I'm not sure when they're getting married, and really it doesn't even matter. But that's what the situation is now. But when I tell you the joy and the peace, I feel like an overcomer. I really do. Because as I'm up there at this school, and he got there late because he thought it was an hour after when it really was. So I don't know how he realized what time it was, but he's like, I'm on my way. I'm gonna be late. And I said, okay, well, I'm about to start taping it. And he's like, do you mind FaceTiming me? So I FaceTimed him so he could see his daughter walk across the bridge. And I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you no type of lie. I dislike the folks. I don't have nothing for them. We don't have communication beyond our children. Right now, that's where I'm at. And I don't apologize for that being where I'm at. We have two different set of values. We have two different set of morals, different character, core beliefs, all that type of stuff. We are diametrically opposed. Okay, we're not yoked. We not yoked. Okay, we unequal. There we go. We unequally yoked. And so I don't fool with it, okay? But our children, and let me tell you, the very first thing with because you know how little kids do. They come out. They were standing on the stage. All the children are standing in the audience trying to find their parents. Finally, she sees me and my sister. My sister is a teacher at her school, so of course you know my sister's gonna be there. So we sit next to each other. We're right there, and she sees me and she smiles big and she's like, "Hi, mommy," and she goes, "Where's daddy?" She's mouthing these words to me from the stage, and I was like, he's coming, okay? And you know, things happen. I'm not trying to act like he's a bad father because he supposedly messed up the time or whatever, you know, came at the wrong, whatever, what have you. So right now, all that matters is little girl. It's little baby girl, okay? Her being happy, her smiling. And so he got there late. I FaceTimed him, and so he was able to see it, you know, and he said thank you and everything. And then he got there a little while after that, but he was still able to at least see her, you know, and then afterwards take pictures and things of that nature, gave her a big hug, whatever. I don't have to try to make him feel bad. I already know that he feels bad about being late to that. He probably thinks that I feel a kind of way about him. Things happen. It is what it is. I'm not going to I'm not a perfect parent. I don't expect him to be. But I just feel like, man, Lord, you doing the thing in me. Because last year, I was broken. I'm talking about broken to the point where when he told me this, I walked away and I went to my car and I cried, right? Because the death of a marriage, the death of my ideas, the death of dreams, the death of my family unit and everything, you know, and I cried. And I got on the phone with who I thought was my friend, and I told her what was going on. And, you know, she pretended like she was so sorrowful and everything. But guess whose wedding she's about to be a bridesmaid in? Oh, okay. Yeah. We gonna get to that one day. We gonna get to all of that, all right? But y'all, when I tell you I feel so good, I feel like less. And I know this is not necessarily, this is my rant. I can rant. Can I share? Y'all don't mind. I know y'all don't. There go that yes man. The yes man can. Yes, he can. Yes, God can do anything but fail. Child, listen. I have such an exuberant joy because last year at this time I was so broken and I was up in my son's graduation putting on a fake smile because, you know, I gotta be happy for the kids and stuff, but I was so broken and beat down and depressed on the inside. And I'm up here now and I'm like, you know, taking pictures of my kids, smiling, having fun, laughing with the teachers, things like that, like walking out like, girl, I know I look good. Girl, I know I look good. Like, I feel so happy with Leslie. And it's not, I have to tell you the story. I have to tell you what's going on and everything, but it's not even about him. It's Leslie feels such an internal joy and such an internal peace. Like a year later, I thought that I was going to be sick. I thought that I was going to be half dead for years. I thought it was going to take me so long to come up out of this. And I'm not acting like I'm 100% healed, good to go, whatever. No, I'm not acting like that at all. I still have moments. It's still a lot of days where I'm like, man, for real? But I feel, but when I tell you overall, because you're going to have moments. I'm still in a battle. I still have to, you know what I mean? And I don't mean that in a way of like, I'm still, there's still a lot of warfare that's around this whole situation. There's still a lot of healing that needs to go forward, right? He and I are not in a good place, but it's okay. Like, I'm learning how to parent, and I got to get better with the co-parenting, you know. But I'm learning how to be a woman again. I'm learning how to be Leslie again, apart from this individual. He's living his life, I'm living mine, and I'm finally feeling like, whoo, and this song keeps coming up in my spirit. I'm no longer a slave to fear, for I am a child of God. Like, I feel like the Lord is just kissing me all over, just telling me you don't have to be afraid of anything. You can be free. Be free. And I feel free, y'all. I feel so free in who God is just building me and raising me up to be. I feel like I am in a great place health-wise, mentally, and emotionally, I'm in a good place. Like, I just feel, and I'm about to go home right now and get on a Zoom call with my therapist. Like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it. I feel, that's how I feel. Like, I feel good. I feel great. Whew. And I say all this to say that you can feel the same way. You know, like, I know there's a lot of you who are divorced, going through divorce. You may have been divorced for years, for years now. You may be going through a separation now. When I tell you that trouble don't last always, like, yes, this thing is still hard, but I have a joy that's like, I feel like the joy is like, there's an underlining joy. Like, even though these little problems and everything pop up, you know, here and there, whatever, and there's still a lot of like, and there's still animosity. You know, there really is. There's truly still animosity because there's a healing that needs to happen there. But I have faith that God will do all of those things, right? I'm just so in awe of God, because I really thought this was going to take me years to move through, and it's not what I thought. But I should have known that in itself, because it's never what you think when God is involved. Like, when you give it over to Him, when you give the situation over to Him, like, and there's still pieces and parts that I need to fully give over to Him. Because you know what? To be 100 with you, I want to get to the place where I'm cool with Him and His mistress turned wife. Like, I want to be in such a place of maturity and growth that I'm like, hey y'all, how y'all doing? Everything good? How the kids doing? Blah, 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 blah. I ain't saying we got to sit down and chop it up, but I know that there are couples who have come to a place where they're able to do that. Like, I'm in a divorce group, and one of the gentlemen who's in the group, he's very open and very transparent about his story and how he's literally been married, like, I think this is either his third or I think this is his fourth marriage, okay? And he's like, I screwed up the first 3 marriages terribly. Like, he was cheating, he was lying, he was out there doing any and everything. He didn't care. He was a narcissist, blah, blah, blah. He wasn't seeing his children, blah, blah, blah. Over time, he realized how wrong he was and how he needed to make a life change. And he was just, he just took 10 years to get himself to where he needed to be. Now God has gifted him with a beautiful new marriage, and I think he's been married for like 2 or 3 years now, and it's totally different. And he's like, my first wife, we are really good friends now. We are, you know, his children are older now, but he's like, we're doing a great job with, you know, our children. He's like, we're at the point where my current wife and my first ex-wife are friends. We've been able to vacation together. I'm not saying all that's going to be carrying on and happening, but you know what? You never know what God will allow to happen. I want to be in such a place of peace and just joy and just fulfillment in my life that I'm not worried about them folks. Like, invite me to the wedding so I can come dance down the aisle. Like, I know that ain't gonna happen, but you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all want to celebrate? You know, I want to get to such a place where I'm so unbothered, where I'm happy for everyone. Live your life however you choose to live your life. That's between you and our Heavenly Father. You got to answer for what you're doing, just like I got to answer for what I'm doing. I want to be free. I don't want no bondage. I don't want no yoke. I don't want none of it. Let these people live how they gonna live. I got too much to focus on, too much to worry on. All I know is I feel good today. Do you understand? I feel good today. I pray you are feeling good today too. I pray that you have a likewise testimony. I pray that you're able to get into the comments and be like, look, Leslie, the same kind of foolishness was going on with me, and we were here, but we're in this place now. Like, it does get better. Like, there's going to be a transition. There's going to be a change. Like, it may take time, but things are going to get better. It's going to be so much better. Not just your life, but everybody's life. The Lord keeps telling me that my children are going to be good. My children are going to be fine. And I believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that. The Lord keeps telling me that I'm going to prosper. I wholeheartedly believe that. It can't just be a prophecy no more. Bring that thing into the natural. It can't just be a foreshadowing of what's to come. That thing needs to be happening right now. I pray that you're able to get into these comments and tell me, like, sis, I'm not there yet either, but I pray and hope to be as well. Sis, you encouraged me. Sis, you shedding some wisdom. Or sis, you made me laugh, and I feel like my situation can turn around and be better too. Like, come on. Like, we really only have one life to live. One life to live. And I don't want to live it being angry and mad. That man's birthday is tomorrow. And that man did not even bother. Do y'all hear me when I say bother? He didn't even, bother. He didn't even bother to say Happy Mother's Day to me. And I know that he probably thought that really, really, really hurt my feelings. But he don't understand. All I wanted was my babies. All I wanted to do was enjoy my day with my children, with my loved ones, and I did that. It wasn't necessary for me to hear from him. I ain't his mama, right? So I'm gonna make it a point to say happy birthday to you. I'm gonna say happy birthday to that man tomorrow. Cause you know what? Enjoy your birthday. I'm enjoying mine come June 20th. Okay? I'm enjoying mine, and he ain't gotta say nothing back to me. He ain't gotta give me a thumbs up. He ain't gotta say a thank you and nothing else. I gotta change and be better for me. It's about me. It's about me. Sometimes you can be selfish, and I need to heal for me. I need to be better for me. I need to be a virtuous woman for me. Hey, come on. I need to be who God called me to be for me. Yes, I know it's for other people too, but it's some things that I don't want to get to the end of this thing and have given you and anybody else all I've got only to miss the mark myself. I got to be good for me. I got to be healed and whole for me, right? Because when I do these things for me, it has a trickle effect. It has a domino effect. It has an overflow. Ain't no trickle. It's an overflow. Come on, somebody. It's an overflow. I'm just going. I'm just ranting. I feel like I'm a vibe. I feel like I'm a vibe right now. Okay? So listen, that's it. I'm just being silly. I'm in a jovial mood, y'all. It's good to laugh. It's good to cry, but it's good to laugh. It's good to express joy, right? Because sometimes we get into a place where we don't have it. We don't know where to listen. I know some of y'all going through some heavy stuff, but I pray to God that I'm able to inject a little bit of laughter and a little bit of joy into your day right now, okay? So I love you. I love you. I love you with the love of God, and I pray that you'll enjoy the rest of your day, okay? Talk to y'all soon. Adios.